I'm sorry. As you know, I am Isabel J. Dressel, and this podcast is going to be special and dedicated to all the beautiful mothers out there. And yes, I forgot about this. So please excuse me when I came in. Other than that, I want to dedicate this to all the beautiful mothers out there all over the world that are watching me here today. Sorry I came in late because I was debating between coming live or just recording it for you. So I figure I'm just going to come in live. And yes, I don't look like I normally do with all my beautiful makeup and look absolutely amazing for you. But you know what? It's Mother's Day. I get to chill. I'm a mom too, so as you can tell, I got me some flowers from my kid, and thank you for those beautiful flowers, my beautiful daughter. And and as you know, I also have a beautiful mother back here. That's my beautiful mother, and I just want to dedicate this to all the wonderful and amazing mothers that are out there having a beautiful day with their children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren, and many more. Um, Today, I want to tell you something that, you know, last night I was thinking, what am I going to describe how much first of all, I want to say how much I love my mom. If it wasn't for her, she would not be my inspiration of making this channel and everything that I do and for everyday, things that come to my mind. I always have the knowledge that she's always been there to be my reason to come here and to talk to all of you about my podcast, my everyday life and everything that I do. I know this is a food blog, but I also want to include her in my food blogs because thanks to her, I know all about the amazing foods that are out there that I can try and I can keep on trying and making them, to something that I like, taste, and do. So, like I said, this is a Mother's Day special and it's all for mothers, okay? And I'm sorry, it's not a food blog, but it's a Mother's Day special where I can talk to you about her foods and I can talk to you about, what it's like being a mother. And I know that also want to thank them for being our moms, thank all the moms for being our moms. First, I want to start off, my childhood. I want to say that I had a very beautiful childhood with, being in her arms and being with her. If I was, how we have those pains, growing pains that we have in our legs, in our arms, in our, our entire body. She was the kind of person that she will have her rocking chair and she would put some Vicks on my legs and on my arms and everything just to make me feel comfortable and roll me up in a blanket and put me in a rocking chair and she would put me to sleep just so that growing pain can go away and comfort me. And she was one of those parents that she would just you know i, I could say that my mom had her ways. Sometimes, like she says, I'm sorry if I was a cold mom, but no, she wasn't. She was the sweetest mom anybody could ever had. And I hate to admit this, but she was. Even if you don't think she wasn't, I think she was the sweetest mom ever because she will always make sure that we had foods for like every day that she cooked a dish, it was not the same dish every day. She had all kinds of different dish for every different day. Well, thank God for her being an international chef, but hey, what else can I ask for? She's an amazing person. And not only that, like I said, we had, I mean, I don't know how to describe my mom, but she was just that one of, those amazing moms that you don't eat the same thing every day. You never do. Even those, everybody loves those. When you go to Mexico, you have those, those fresh drinks with fruits. Okay, well, she made one of those every different day for different flavors of fruits. And I loved the fact that when we got out of school, she was those one of those moms that you just, uh, every day was a different meal. Lunchtime, it was the same thing because I was raised in Mexico City, and boy, Mexico City is one of those things that I was very uh, how can I say, I was very happy to live in a beautiful place like that because the food, the atmosphere, the people, the like social life. It was completely different than what we come here to do. It's very different. I mean, it's a whole different lifestyle. That's all I can tell you. And the thing is that she was part of that. So her her ability made her to the point that she needed to be doing something better every single day. So from being someone from a small little town to becoming a city girl, wow, that's a difference with my mom. And she did she did absolutely the best dishes anybody could ever ask for, and she did. And believe it or not, she pulled them off every single time. But overall, she was one of those moms that when it came to good times, bad times, sad times, she will always be there. And she was those one of those moms that she loved. Her love for her kids were like everything. Her kids were the world, and I'm pretty sure every mother is. I'm a mother myself, and I think my kids are the most important thing in my life, and I love them, and I will do anything for my kids. And I'm sure she does, and I'm sure every mother in this whole entire world does. Because we're mothers. That's our thing. We need to love and protect our kids, and she did. And she was one of those mothers that she was so nice, so sweet. She was a real humble person too. I have to admit, my mom was a very unique in her own personal way. But when it came to like bad times, she will pull it off again, just like the meals. My mother, there wasn't anything my mom could not do, and my mom got through hell and high water, and she did all she could, to pull her family back together. And I mean, sadly, I did not have the ability of being with my dad so much, but she was my mom and dad at the same time. And as a single parent, she did what she could. And I'm very blessed to have my mom. And I know there's probably moms out there that pulls that too, that are mom and dads at the same time. They go through so much, and they do what they have to do to get out there and show that they don't need anything but themselves. And for somebody to give them more support and love, which my mom have everything that she could ever had, which she had us. What I mean, not at first, don't get me wrong, not at first, because at first she did struggle, being a lonely mom, and with four amazing kids. And she pulled it off. She really did, and she managed to do that. And I have no clue how she did it, but she did it. I could say that I'm as tough as as she is, but no, my mom was the toughest person that could ever be, and she was not the only one. I'm gonna tell you that something else. I'm very blessed to have an amazing aunt, and she's just like my mom. They both managed to raise their kids on their own, and they pulled it off. And that was my aunt, her sister. And I don't want to say her name here because I don't want to make it. I won't make this more personal, but she pulled it off just like my mom. And but sadly, there are those ungrateful children that sadly they don't appreciate their parents. And her kids were one of those. And I'm sad to say that. And I'm sad to say that they don't know what they had to go through to be what they are right now. And sometimes they do things to us that sometimes we say, well, man, they were Cruella de Vil. Mm. But you know why they were like that? Because sometimes they were on their own and they had to figure that out. And we're the ones that needed to, go with the flow, because I mean they did give us clothes, food, home, and everything else. And then yet we're not thankful for that. I know I am. I know I'm thankful for what my mother gave me. And I know she was Cruella de Vil, and sometimes, but overall, I have to say my mom was an amazing mom, and she pulled it off. And she fed me, she clothed me, she gave me a home, and she gave me what I needed every time that I needed something. And there is those, like I said, those kids that don't appreciate their parents for everything that they give to them and they do for them. And they should, because no matter what, they're still our parents. We still gotta love and respect them, and we're gonna honor what they have done for us. And it's like the Bible says, we have to honor their father and thy mother. And not because I want to talk about religion. I don't want to talk about religion, but that's what we have to do. We have to honor them, because they are our parents, and we have to love them regardless of how they are. And that's the way it should be. That's, to me, like I said, she's my inspiration, and I wouldn't be here right now talking to you about it if I didn't say that my mother wasn't my to go person and my greatest love besides my children and the man upstairs in heaven. But other than that, like I said, not all of us can say that, you know, we have amazing parents. Some of us may not have amazing parents like mine, or like, any others, but overall they're our parents. What can we do? We still gotta respect them, have a mutual understanding with them, but don't don't make them feel more bad than they already do for whatever mistake or whatever do things they did in the past. Maybe they're trying to make an ends meet and make us, um, be a better person, than what they were. Or maybe, because I have bumped myself with other people and they say, well, my parents were not that good. I'm the one that had to take care of them instead of them taking care of me. Well, but then I ask myself, then doesn't that make you a better person than them because of what they did? I think it does. It makes you a better person than them. But again, you have to appreciate what they do, no matter what. Even if they're the lousiest parent you ever had, you have to appreciate what they have done. I mean, you're here for a reason, aren't you? So, I guess sometimes you have to figure out, the things between your parents and with your mom. I know sometimes I feel like maybe I wasn't, like my kids think I'm a bad parent. They think I'm Cruella de Vil, but because I'm very strict, and I had a strict mom myself too. I grew up in an age where I had to have my brothers as my little uh, to go friends when I have to go with my boyfriend. I was taught how to respect myself, and I always had my brothers always behind me. And my future husband was with me. So that's the way I was taught. I was taught that I have to respect myself, and to respect myself, I have to bring my brothers along. And even my kids nowadays, the kids don't think about that. No, oh no, 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 no. The kids nowadays, they just have pop up with boyfriends. They do whatever the hell they want to do, which I think, well, okay, that's fine. I mean, I was taught differently. I had to take my brothers with me every time I wanted to go out with my boyfriend. But, it's an age that we grew up in, and an age that our parents taught us to respect ourselves and be someone that maybe we at the end we didn't like, or maybe we did like. I have to say, I did like the way my parents raised me. I really did, because it meant so much to me. It really did, and especially to her. So I'm glad the way she raised me, because it's one of the things it's like I said, we have to respect ourselves. And if we don't respect ourselves, who can? So obviously, I have to say, overall, thank you for all the mothers that have raised us well, that had, gave us those um, nights that they never slept just to make us feel better when we're sick, when we're feeling bad, where when we have like the our dates went bad, and our boyfriends dump us, and they cry with us. They're there with us. They're our support. They're our greatest love, because we have to love them for being there for us. I know I do. I love my mom. I really do. And I think her being there for me was the greatest thing ever. And I know that, yeah, when I had my ups and downs, I know she was there, but sometimes I was like, I don't want to tell her some stuff, but we do. At the end, we do, because she always says, I know your conscience is bothering you. And it did, until I talked to my mother, and she knows when I have something that bothers me. She knows it because she's my mother, and all mothers know best. We know when our kids are, struggling with something. And that's one thing about a mom, that they know us so damn well. We can't get that out of our system, that they know what's happening, and they know that something's wrong with us. So we have to figure that, to them. I mean, we have to figure that out ourselves, but then yet they're there for us, if you know what I mean. But overall, like I said, this is all to our, to our moms. Thank you, moms, for being there for us, giving us your support, your love, and your time, and all the effort that you have given us. And yes, you have probably broken your dreams, because we pop up out of the blues in your little tummy. But you know what, moms? Thank you, moms. Thank you so much for giving us a life. I like to thank mine for her being there for me every day, every night, and every second and every minute of her life close to mine. So, to all those lovely mothers that devote themselves to their children and to their families, thank you so much, moms, all over the world. I really do appreciate all that you do for all of us, especially mine, and all the mothers out there. I mean, my mom too. So, you know, I have to say, I also appreciate, that I have a lot of patience with my kids, but overall, they're my children. That's my job. Take care of them and love them. I don't know about them thinking that way, but I have to love my kids. And I know my mom loves us, because that's a mom's thing to do. And I have to say, I love mine every minute and every second and every day that goes by. And I know my mom does too. And I know there's plenty of moms like that too out there. So, by all means, like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all the mothers out there. And like I said, thank you to my lovely aunt. And I wish, things were different, for her, and that her children could see that, you know, we gotta have to admit, you did what you did is because you did it for love. And so did my mom. And I also have a sister that she's a mom too. So happy Mother's Day, sister. And and many more mothers out there that are doing their job as a parent. So happy Mother's Day to you all. And I hope you enjoy um, this podcast that I'm doing for you guys tonight. And like I said, I'm sorry about the microphone. And I know this thing is wiggly because of this cable. I need to fix that too. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day and enjoy it. And have a great Mother's Day. And again, give your mom a hug and a kiss and tell her you love her, because she's our mom, and we got to be there for her every minute, every second, and every day, just like she is for us. So give her a hug and give her a kiss. And thank you for all the mothers out there that spends the nights out, the days, the worries, the night shifts that you endure with us, worrying about us. And, you know, I guess as a mother, I speak for myself, I do worry about my kids every night, every day, and every second, and every minute that goes by when they're not home. So I'm pretty sure all the mothers out there are the same way as I am. So thank you, moms, for being there. Okay. So y'all have a great evening and enjoy your mom this Mother's Day. So you guys have a great evening. Good night. Please like and subscribe. I would gladly appreciate it. Remember, it helps my algorithm. So please do that for me. Really appreciate all that. And thank you so much for being here on this podcast tonight. Thank you. Goodbye.